Hey there, today I'm going to talk about something very important, and that is the headsets for the remotepreneur. Very important stuff. This is your main point of communication with people, and I'm going to explain the little intricacies and the little differences between them. So let's get into it. So the first thing is the types of headsets that I use. I use three different kinds. I use the Bose, noise canceling headsets, 700 series. I also use the AirPod Pro that you've probably all seen out there, and the Plantronics 700 series. I think they got other models. I just was Googling this, but you can get it on Amazon. It's here anywhere from $300 to $400. You can get refurbished ones for $120, $130. Makes a big difference. This is the one I actually have, is the W710 series, sitting on my desk. I'm not sure if you're able to see it right here. So let's start with this one. One of the most important aspects of this, as you can see, it's connected to my computer, and it's Bluetooth connected to my phone. And why is that important? Because when I'm wearing this thing, all of a sudden you're on a call, and then your phone rings, and what do I do? My Bluetooth, I don't know. Well, this has got 3 dedicated buttons here. You got the first one that's on your desktop. Your second one is your mobile phone, and the third, if you even have a desk phone that supports that. I don't have one. I don't really need one, but I switch between those two. What's beautiful about this is when you're on your desktop and you're on a call and you push the phone button, it puts the people on the desktop on hold. Why is that important? You got to take a call, you got to take a call. If you don't, then you just ignore it. But just having that there is really important. These dedicated buttons make a difference, in huge difference. You don't have to think, right? You just push a button and it swaps it out. And that's really important, because when you're in the midst of doing stuff, it's really important that you don't have to think extra steps, right? Because the other person doesn't know what you're doing when you're picking up the phone. So it's not like they're in front of you and they can see you're busy. You don't know what they're doing. And this is where the psychology of working remote is really going to start to play a factor as I kind of go through this stuff. So this is really cool. Take a look at that. Definite must-have in your arsenal. The headsets are lightweight. You can have them on for a while. They got software that you can, customize to kind of your own personal settings. So that's when I'm in the office here, and I got my setup. I'll do another video on my setup with 7 monitors. Some of you probably don't think I'm crazy, but I actually do have 7 monitors, and for a lot of different reasons. I'll explain them to you. Next up is the AirPod Pros. These guys, I think you've all seen these. If not, I don't know. But so these things are really good when you're out on the road and you're traveling. And the really important thing here is these things auto connect to Apple devices. One of the other videos I'm going to do is how I exclusively use Apple products and why. Here's one of the reasons why. A lot of people don't know this, but Apple has a dedicated chip inside of every single one of their devices that talks to other Apple products, which means you ever use any other Bluetooth product, it doesn't connect. It just doesn't seamlessly connect. That's why these things do, and they understand the difference. So if you're on your laptop and your phone rings, you're able to switch the audio, again, really quickly without fumbling. What you don't want to do working remotely is you're on your computer listening to music, your phone rings, now you pick up your phone, hey, hang on just 1 second, let me connect my audio, blah, blah, blah. You lost 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes. If you're trying to close or if you're trying to make a deal, these things matter. The smoother that transition is, and it's hard work to get that smooth transition, but the smoother the transition is, the more you're going to look like you know what you're doing in whatever it is that you're doing, because you're not having any hiccups. So this is really important. Another kind of side note on these, kind of wear these sometimes when I go to sleep, because they're so small that they'll fit in your ear. You can put a pillow and fall asleep, take them out, whatever. But that's really important in terms of that. They do have really good noise canceling as well now, these Pros. So that's also really important to know that noise canceling when you're working remotely is like gold, because it blocks out the noise. You're not getting distracted if you're having conversations. Right, so that's the Apple one. Last but not least, it's the Bose, the big boys, the ones I started with here, the 700 series. This is a couple years old now. I guess they still have it, but they're great. So Bose obviously is very, very good at audio, and the reason why I like these is if you're going through airports, if you're going through really noisy places, these things over the ear do block out more noise than I think that the AirPods do. And also, if you need to turn up the volume because you're noise canceling, you'll be able to hear more. And I usually use this on airplanes, traveling. You can still use the other headsets, but they don't work as well, I find. And again, when you're traveling, you're doing remote stuff, working from home, going from places to place, these things are really key. One of the things that I don't like about these, that I mentioned about the Apple, is the auto switching. So if you're connected to one device and you want to connect to another device, you got to push a button and you got to connect, and you're going to burn cycles. So if you're going to wear a headset connected to one device long term, i.e., airplane, train, bus, whatever, you got the park, beach, doesn't matter, then I would recommend wearing these. But other than that, and better sound quality a little bit than smaller iPhones. But so these are the three that I use, and the reasons why I use them. They all have excellent battery life, so you don't have to worry about that. And they work great. So those are my choices. I use them exclusively. AirPods specifically, I have about 3 of these. I leave one in the car, one in my bag, and one in my room, just so I don't have to go run around getting them, and they always connect to the device that I need them to. So if you can spend the extra money, do it. It's another convenience thing.